What's up? Welcome to the Virzi Triplets show. Very special guest today, comedian Sarah Fatemi.
Yay! What's up, you guys?
And of course, we've got our resident, malnourished friend Jeff Sims.
Hello.
I don't know why they assume he's.
We have a running gag with Jeff.
Yeah, I kind of don't even get it myself.
You're a slender guy. That's
because you don't eat enough. You don't have enough nutrients.
I'm not like thin though.
You're a frail guy.
I'm like.
You're taken away from Sarah.
Yeah,
Jesus. Sorry about this.
Sorry.
Hey, that was my type.
Frail?
Hell
Yeah, one of my ex-boyfriends had an eating disorder.
Emaciated?
How thin are we talking?
Like very, like he was in the. I mean, this isn't funny, but he was in the hospital and stuff. But like, I thought he was hot, so I don't know.
Wow. Girls seem to like that sort of like Pete Davidson kind of gangly, malnourished. I don't know why that's a thing nowadays.
It's Jeff.
I don't know. I mean, I'm a little more into guys who work out now because I started working out. But
What?
Yeah. You see those guns? Ooh.
Sean's been losing weight. Yeah, Sean's losing weight nowadays.
Congrats.
Wait, so back to
You got curls, I do curls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So do I.
back to your bag of bones. How long are you dating? Or what
2
was
months.
It? Okay.
Yeah.
Boyfriend is very.
Yeah, I know. Okay, he's
Yes.
the one who made me label it, and then he broke up with me.
Wow.
So.
Well, he was clearly dealing with some stuff.
Yeah, but he's a good person.
I couldn't
good guy.
date
Just
a
in
girl that doesn't like to eat.
Yeah.
Like I love going out. All we do pretty much is go out. Like that is our favorite thing
We're
to do.
Italian, so our social hangouts are just eating.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm Persian. I get that. I'm
Yes.
Iranian. Yeah.
Yes.
What is your guys' favorite food to eat?
It would not mesh with the usual. I mean, I feel like Persians, they like to go to nice restaurants. They're like very much foodies. Whereas like Italians are we are more just like sustenance. We are quantity over quality. I feel like it's more.
Feed me carbs.
This is
and
like
I'm
a
happy.
you guys thing. This is not an Italian thing.
I feel like
Italians like
What would
good
you-
food. Like they have the best cuisine. You guys are just
But is
garbage
it-
people.
but no, I feel like there's some Italian dishes that are like higher end, but most of them are just like noodles and
Pizza
sauce. It's not
and
anything
rolls.
crazy. We don't go to places for the experience. That should say a lot more about us.
You know, I'm not really like that either. I mean,
Good.
usually the high-end places don't really have good food.
Yes.
No.
In my opinion.
They're all overrated. It's all presentation.
Or they're like tiny little portions where it's just like, all right, cool. This was tasty, but now I need to go eat In-N-Out because I wasn't full after your meal.
Yeah, and like
That's every fancy restaurant I've been to. That's exactly how it's done.
yeah, no, I mean, give me a pizza or like
Yes.
Wingstop or
Yes.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
boyfriend didn't say that. He said, "Give me."
Well, actually, so he actually had recovered by the time we were dating. He's actually started putting on weight. He's been sorry. This sounds like
You sound like you're hung up on him a little.
no. We just follow each other on Instagram. We follow each other on Instagram.
Which I don't think is bad. I
Yeah.
don't think following people that you date on Instagram is bad.
Yeah.
Are you the kind of girl that keeps tabs on them after you?
Oh, I've stalked an ex-boyfriend's Venmo once.
Really?
Yeah.
Girls do that.
You're
Yeah.
that kind of psycho.
Very
Yes.
crafty.
Very
What's
psycho.
the most scandalous Venmo transaction you found?
It was like a camera for $100 from his mom or to his mom.
So scandalous. I wonder if they're fucking.
No. Probably. Oh, sorry. Probably because this guy. You know, I was talking to my therapist. It was a whole thing. I think he was doing stuff with his people in his family because, so his favorite porn star looked exactly like his sister.
Oh.
And one time we were like talking just about masturbation or something. And he's like, well, my sister started early. And I'm like, how do you know that? And why are you comfortable telling me?
And I don't know
That
the
is
dynamic
weird, yeah.
between sisters. Like Jeff has a sister, so I have no idea.
Yeah,
Follow-up question.
I
Do you know
don't
when
think
you're-
my sister's hot, and I don't know when she lost her virginity.
Yeah.
And if I see a porn star and she looks like my sister, I'm disgusted.
Yeah. I have a sister and I'm a girl and I don't want to think about her masturbating.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because like we know when we did it, because we're all just a bunch of guys. Like we didn't see it, but we know. We know when it
Well,
did.
Sean tried to see it. He kept like
That's
screwing
not
holes
true.
in the wall.
That's not true.
It was.
They did share a wall for a while.
Yeah,
so.
he was. It literally just looks like Swiss cheese because he kept trying to like peep in.
That
It was
is
nasty.
so funny. But you guys all sit around and watch porn together. That's what guys do, right?
No,
I don't know where they.
We're
Maybe
definitely
like
not doing that.
maybe when you first like find porn as a teenager, we're like, oh god, like it's like a secret, like, oh guys, we gotta all watch this.
Yeah.
But like
Now it's
not we're
accessible.
like, oh hey, like
Yeah.
come on guy, let's round them up.
What you used to do is during a sleepover, if you were like 10 or 12, you would wait till it was late at night, you'd watch a movie, and then you would try and break the parental lock and watch like Skinamax or something.
Okay,
But you wouldn't watch full like, you know.
Okay, I'm Middle Eastern, so I wasn't allowed to do sleepovers growing up.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, but what I meant to say about my ex is he's like a food blogger now, actually. So
Interesting.
we used to like take edibles and like, you know, eat a bunch of crazy like frozen pizzas and just I know. But
Now,
you're Italian. And frozen
respect.
pizza's like
I
blasphemy.
love frozen pizza.
Frozen pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you
Like
cook
cold
it.
pizza?
You cook it.
Oh well,
Like a
you cook it.
DiGiorno.
What are you, a fucking
Yeah,
idiot?
All of it's bad. Any cold pizza, regardless.
You
is bad.
think she just sat there and ate an actually frozen pizza?
I'm not saying this happens a lot.
But I'm saying
We yell at each other.
if I don't
love
want
that.
it if it's not fresh out of the oven. Like if it has to be frozen and then recooked, I don't want it. Bro,
It is fresh out of the oven right after
She's
it's
talking about like
frozen.
a DiGiorno. I know.
Yeah.
Ugh, no.
You're the bougie one of the brothers, aren't you?
He's not even
No.
bougie.
He's this year. He's been going through a lot of changes. He's doing hard 75. So he's
I
been.
see. I didn't bring it up this time.
He's
He's been menopausal.
I would
He's
say
been
that.
menopausal.
But he's on. We're usually very straightforward to your face about blunt, and then now he's been on a very much a positivity, gratitude
It's awful.
sort of thing. So
that
if we
do
make
with
a
pizza?
joke, well, no, but I'm saying this is all part of your new, where you're not accepting of
I
your
can
old
watch
ways.
Sarah getting traumatized by your arguments.
You just called something disgusting. That's not positive.
Yes, 100%. No. This is what he does. He's been
But
contradicting. Hold on. He's been contradicting himself a lot. Perfect example. We're literally walking up here. I ring the doorbell. You can hear the call because it rings. You can hear it ringing. And he goes,
I couldn't hear it.
"Hey, did you ring the doorbell?"
I didn't
like,
hear it.
Yeah, no shit. I rang the doorbell. And he's like, "Well, hey, it's too nice of a day for you to be so negative."
It is.
Like you can't be just immediately gaslighting me. That's what he's been
I'm not
doing.
guessing. I couldn't hear the doorbell.
Okay, then why don't you wait a second? You think I'm just sorry? It's
Sarah's figuring out that this show is a fight that she's a witness
This is
to.
amazing.
I apologize.
Yeah. That's what this show is.
It's
Yeah.
been something recently he's been doing. Like, I don't know how you are. I don't. Some women gaslight. Guys gaslight too, but some women gaslight. He's a perfect. Sean's a perfect gaslighting victim, where he'll say something, make you mad, and then go, "Well, you don't need to get mad about it."
Oh, I hate people like that.
That's-
I mean, I love you, but like, I hate everyone else.
That's
about
been
that.
his
He did it-
menopausal.
And this will be the last
Well,
example. It's the old proverb: "He who angers owns you."
No.
So I'm
And-
just
and
letting you
okay,
know that I own
this
you.
is
part of his new identity, where he thinks he's deep, but he's not. So, for example, we were eating breakfast before this. We went to a diner, and I had to go get. I went to the restroom to go piss, obviously, and then I came back, and he, instead of scooting over into the booth all the way to the side, he scooted just to the middle, so that I only had like a little bit of room to sit.
Yeah. I thought
and I'm like, and I said, "No, we're not." And then, like, instead of being like, "Okay," and then moving over to the side, he didn't, or he moved even, like, he inched a little bit. And I'm like, "Why don't you move the fuck over?" And he's like, "Well, don't need to get angry." I'm like, "What you fucking move on?" Like, it was that sort of shit where
But you see, you're both still harnessing this anger.
See-
And
see what
then
I mean?
he tries to be some fucking
And he tries to be
enlightened
deep.
He's
prophet.
like a guru
amazing.
after he bullied you guys.
yeah.
So funny.
It's
Sorry
I-
about their
it
issues.
This is just 'cause it happened.
It happened.
your therapist.
It happened today.
my therapist ghosted me.
oh no.
Yeah.
The therapist ghosted you?
Yeah, he was just like he like dropped me. He's like, I can't like not.
Did you give him the ick?
Yeah, I guess. He also sucked, kind of.
Really?
Well, then it sounds like it was a good thing that he blocked or dropped you.
Yeah, I mean, he was great for many years, but then it kind of got redundant. Like I could be, like I actually feel much happier now that I don't have a therapist.
That's good. Well, isn't that like when you
Yeah.
graduate therapy, where it's like you don't really, when it's like, okay, we don't really have a lot to work on anymore because
Yeah.
you did it.
Yeah,
So it's kind of nice. He's not taking your money, at least.
yeah, that's
You've
a good
like
thing.
learned your lessons.
Yeah, absolutely, that's a good thing.
What
yeah.
was like the main thing you think you've had to work on so far at therapy?
Self-confidence.
Really, you come off very confident.
Thank
Stand-up comedy is a
you.
perfect field for that.
Thank
I know.
you.
Very
You-
confident, very bubbly.
Well,
yes.
you know, just a lot of fear of what someone thinks about me. Like, oh my God, did I say something to upset them? Did I behave in a way to?
Apparently, I did, so I understand what you're going through.
Sorry, I keep hitting this. But yeah, that was probably the biggest thing.
So
But
you care about others' opinions, it seems like.
well, I care about like, did I hurt someone's feelings or but yeah, I do. I mean, we're in an industry where you kind of have to a little bit.
Yeah, it's
You know?
part of it.
Yeah, and it's
Someone's going to be the butt of the joke.
Yeah, absolutely. And go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say that's one thing at least now that's kind of weird with comedy is like it seems like we come from very much the field of like, oh hey, ball busting, whatever. So like now it seems like comedy is very lovey dovey, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I also like the aspect of like like roasting people. That's like it's like fun.
Yeah.
So now it's just an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, I love doing roasts. I love doing.
Yeah, you're a freaking animal. At it,
Roast
so.
battle champ.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, and you guys did a roast battle too with the wave.
We did.
That's
Yes.
so cool. That's
Yeah,
awesome. I love the wave. Yeah.
great.
No, I love roast battle. I mean, it's funny that you're saying like, oh, it's so lovey-dovey, but then there's roast battle. Like roast battle.
But you would never guess that you do roast battle.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roast battle, and I hope this is one of the Instagram clips.
Sure.
Roast battle is the BDSM of stand-up comedy. It feels good to be mean in the moment, but you're constantly checking in after, and you're hugging, and you're making sure they don't have fluid on their faces.
Well, then like it's like a like a
consensual.
Daddy, say I'm balding again one more time.
It's consensual.
It's like a slow burn BDSM where it's like
Yeah.
you won't think about the joke they did, and then like you'll be in the shower like 2 weeks later, and you're
Yeah.
like, does that really make me look?
You
like
need
that?
to have proper aftercare for roast battle.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, that's why hugging after the roast battle is at least a good.
Oh yeah. It's a good.
You could probably tell that none of us have done BDSM from. I've never done it.
Yeah, we know. You're a missionary guy. Missionary lights off. That's you. You're a missionary
wrong with
guy.
that?
I love missionaries.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no,
What's
it's a
wrong
great
with missionary?
position,
Missionary is like a diner. It's like
Yeah.
you know what you're getting. It's
always
nothing
good.
crazy, but
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
she
you
gets a
don't
nut,
scoot over enough. And
if she gets a nut, I get a nut. Who cares?
Yeah.
Sarah, what's the best roast joke someone's had on you?
Like against me?
Yes.
Oh, well, this one won Ryan Neeson. He took the belt from me with this one. Sarah, your tits are the worst thing I've ever seen strapped to a Muslim's chest. Which is bullshit because they're nice tits.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, I did not mean to
hilarious.
yell.
No, it's fine.
You can
Yeah.
yell. You can. I mean, we just screamed at each other for a little bit.
You can always
Yeah.
you can always promote your tits.
Yeah.
It's fun. But yeah, I mean, that's also like that's just unfortunate because it's just a Muslim joke. Like you just
I get a lot of Muslim jokes.
Of course.
I would say that's the brunt of roast battle for me. So that's why my rebuttals are so good because I just expect it at this point.
it's a very surface level kind of
It's
thing.
also just
race is always hit in roast battle. That's like the number one thing to hit.
I'm also so perfect that there's nothing else to roast me about. You know?
There you go.
So
That's it. That's
well,
true.
let's ask your therapist. No.
you can.
The
I'll-
therapist left. He's like, you know what? We're done. We don't need to work on anything
Yeah.
anymore. So,
Yeah.
did you
Yeah.
have any? How many siblings did you have growing up?
Just one.
Just the one sister?
Yeah. Now she's in LA and she's a few years younger than me.
I was
Okay.
gonna
So,
say,
Yeah,
you're
you give
the
off
older, younger,
older
the
energy.
older.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
A lot of people think I'm like still in high school, but like I don't know. Yeah.
No, you have it's a very nurturing, sweet energy.
Thank
You could
you.
tell
Until
you're
you
not.
roast
You could
people.
tell you're not from LA.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm from Ohio where the cornfields are. But like no, so many guys tell me I remind them of a nurse and like want me to dress up as a nurse.
Interesting. I could see that.
You remind me of
That's,
like
that's part of the nurturing thing.
You
Yeah.
remind me of the cartoonishly nice nurses.
Oh.
Like just like a very sweet like oh, hi I'll help you yeah, like just like a cartoonishly nice nurse.
Thank you. I
No-
hope that's a good thing.
It is a
Okay.
bad thing. Not like Nurse Ratched from One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You haven't seen One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's
Good
Nest.
pull for our
It's
audience.
a great classic reference.
Yeah.
No, you have a very nice
Well, thank you.
nurturing, fun vibe.
Thank you. My mom is pretty much like that, so I think I am like her. So
Do you think that's more of a? Do you think it's more of a Middle Eastern thing, like that because of that upbringing, or is that a Midwest thing?
Or are you just, this is a facade? Are you actually a really, really nice girl?
But sorry, go ahead.
when I get mad, I mean, okay, internally, I would be locked up in a 5150. Like you do not want to know internally what goes on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, but I just suppress it.
Okay.
Or I'm able to
Sounds like an
really.
Italian. Just push
Yeah.
everything down.
Iranians and Italians, we're like the same people.
Yeah, pretty
yeah,
much.
we look the same. You know, the
Pretty
nose
much. It
jobs
really is.
and the yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I would say it's a Midwest thing with a combination of a Middle Eastern thing. But I know a lot of Middle Eastern women aren't like that.
Yeah. The ones I met are very, very
Yeah.
stone cold, straight, direct.
That's how a lot of the Middle Eastern. That's how they are initially. They're very like, straightforward. And then once you get in, they're
Yeah.
like very personable, and like then they kind of like show you their true colors.
You know, maybe because with Iranian women, it's because and I know we're not getting into politics or anything. It's you can't necessarily trust everybody when you live in
That's
Iran.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say it's a Midwest thing. Like I grew up like in the cartoon, like a cartoonish Midwest, like the sweet, like have the cookies and like, oh, that.
It's very wholesome.
Yes,
Yeah.
very wholesome.
What town?
Toledo.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
You guys have heard of Toledo?
We've driven
Yeah.
through it.
I think we did a show
It's something.
Yeah.
Jeff, you
I'm so sorry.
you were vocal about Toledo.
I grew up in Ohio briefly.
Where in Ohio?
I think I lived in Columbus.
Okay, well, that's a big city compared
Yeah,
to
that's
Toledo.
right. Well, Jeff used to shoot cats and then he
no.
would strangle them when they were.
I don't know what story you're making up here.
Pet them?
I believe when I lived in Ohio,
Yeah.
my family we lived in a cul-de-sac next to a sheep farm.
Interesting.
Okay.
And it was
where Jeff
before I
met
was
his
5,
girlfriend.
so it was
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't remember much.
Oh,
I
well,
grew up mostly in West Virginia, though.
Okay.
So you had
chimed in-
no
you
relevance
chimed
to
in
the
like
story.
You knew the
Like
place.
Toledo
Well, I mean-
had done something to you.
Yeah, well, I've heard of Toledo, and I've been through there. And
I just
Our-
remember
our
it's
dad's
like
from
small towns in Ohio. Like,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of.
Our family's from Shaker Heights.
Oh yeah, I know Shaker
Yeah.
Heights.
That's my dad's from.
Yeah, Toledo. That's why you guys also give off very nice boy vibes. Like I did not think you grew up in LA, actually.
a lot of people say we give off like East Coast,
Yeah, New
Jersey
York,
vibes. Yeah.
New York, Jersey. Yeah. Well, I mean, Toledo. You're either a good Christian or you're a heroin addict. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
That just sounds.
It
like
kind of
the
sounds
West,
like our
honestly.
hometown.
Yeah.
I
It
know.
also
Yeah.
sounds like our hometown.
I remember we drove through Toledo. I can't remember what road trip it was. We were doing.
It was the Triple the Madness tour.
Oh yeah, our first stand-up tour pre-COVID, and I just remember driving through Toledo, and I'm like, oh, this city's remained the same since like the 70s.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they have not
Yeah.
industrialized anything in the town.
I know. My parents have since left, but the last time I was there was 2018, and it was just the same. We had one thing to do. It was the mall.
yeah.
Yeah, you either get pregnant or get shot. So I mean,
Respect,
Yeah.
honestly.
yeah.
Well, you avoided both. It seems like.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate
You
it.
made it out the hood.
Thanks. It's like I get shot tomorrow when you go.
I was gonna say, who knows? You made it out of one hood to the LA hood.
Yeah, yeah.
Did your sister moved out here too?
She did. She went to UCLA.
Do you guys
so-
live
Okay.
together?
No, she
Squire.
lives in Westwood.
Could
Oh.
you live with your sister? Like, would you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, she's a good kid. She's,
Okay.
Yeah.
What does she want to do?
Well, she works at UCLA Med, just in administrative. Yeah.
Nurse?
No.
Oh.
No, that you would like that, wouldn't you?
I mean, it would fit. The shoe would fit.
Yeah.
No, I would not recommend anybody. I wouldn't recommend anybody I care about moving to Los Angeles.
Really?
Especially not pursuing anything artistic.
Okay.
Like, I know that's hypocritical for me to say,
Yeah.
but like,
We're from here.
we're from here,
Mm-hmm.
but like, if I had to start fresh and leave my hometown, and I would never ever. do it.
Really?
No. It's such a grind. It's such a culture shock. It's just a different world.
Mm-hmm.
It's like cool, you want to be creative and do all that stuff, but it's just like, yep, no. If I wasn't from here, I'd have no desire to be here.
See, I feel like my life started when I came to LA. But I
really?
mean, I'm also, I'm Middle Eastern and I've traveled internationally and I just never felt like I fit in Ohio.
Yeah.
Most people didn't want to do the entertainment industry. They had very different outlooks on life than
Yeah.
I did. And it's like I came to LA and I found my people, especially in stand up. So
Yeah. Stand-up is a really nice community.
It's
Mm-hmm.
also easier for me to say that not having lived in Toledo for
Yeah.
for 2 decades
Yeah.
or whatever it
Or
was.
anywhere.
yeah.
I mean,
Or
we've been-
anywhere else. I mean,
Yeah.
Simi is Toledo.
Simi's close enough to things where it's not Toledo.
Yeah. We're from
Toledo
Simi
is,
Valley.
Yeah.
you're located in Toledo, but
Well,
at least with Simi, you can drive 30 minutes and you're in LA.
This is what people in LA do, okay? As a person that's not from LA.
Yeah.
Sure.
You use the city as like this, oh, well, we have the city here. It's like there's other cities in the country also.
Yeah.
Like there's also like, oh, we have a bar here that's like really cool. There's bars in other cities,
Yeah.
My favorite bars are actually outside of LA.
And I do love LA. Don't get me wrong. It's just I do think there's a like pretension here that like
Yeah.
people,
So you're
do
saying
you get
Alex-
that with like I'm from Ohio and people are like, ew.
Yeah, but I'm also the one saying ew. So,
Okay.
but
You're from there, so that you can do that.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't be offended. I would sympathize if you said ew.
Yeah, that's my same. Okay,
Yeah.
that same exact logic. That's what I just did about Los Angeles. I'm from here. I shat on it.
Yeah, but no, you're from Simi, dude. You're a
is Los
Simi boy,
Angeles.
dude.
I've lived here long enough. Listen, we've been in. We were child actors. We spent a lot of time out here, Jeff.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
We don't besmirch our work.
Yeah, 818 till I die.
we've been on the border and in LA our entire lives.
right.
Just because you grew up in a sheep farm by Toledo for fucking 12 minutes.
I didn't grow up in a sheep farm. I lived next door to one briefly. Then we moved to West Virginia, where there was no sheep
That's why
farm.
he looks like Jesus.
Yeah.
And then
West
moved to
Virginia,
Florida.
known for its nightlife.
You guys grew up 45 minutes away from Disneyland. I grew up 45 minutes away from Detroit. There is a clear difference.
When you put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a big theme park in Ohio, though, right?
Yeah, Cedar Point. I love Cedar Point. That one, I definitely say if you're ever in Ohio, definitely
Is
go
that
to
the
Cedar
Six
Point.
Flags?
It's better than Six Flags. It's bigger. They
Okay.
always have a
Same
new
company, I believe.
Yeah, it's Cedar Point's the best.
'Cause I
Aren't
remember
all
one-
the rides like crazy, like you're gonna die rides?
Well, so someone did die once, but that's because they went to get their cell phone. That wasn't they weren't on the ride.
yeah,
but
what a way to go.
my sister is actually the bigger daredevil. I'm a big pussy. Am I not allowed to swear?
You
No,
can
you can
say
say
whatever
whatever
you
Okay.
you want.
No, she rides the dragster. Have you guys heard of the dragster?
Is that just like the little train that goes around?
Is it RuPaul's Dragster or what is it?
No, it's 90 seconds. People are in line for 3 hours to get on this ride for 90 seconds, and it
Sounds
goes,
like my dating life. Ugh.
Yeah, and it goes all the way up. Like honestly, when you watch it, I've never been on it. It's like you're going. It's like almost like they hit the clouds, and they go straight down.
This is the ride I was referring
What's
to.
the name
Yeah.
of the ride?
The
the
dragster.
dragster.
Can we get that popped up?
Yeah,
'Cause that's the
no,
one I think I
it's-
remember seeing advertised where they're like, it's like the highest roller coaster. And it's like literally just, boop, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like the falling. I can do like draw, like,
Yeah.
like, have you been to Magic Mountain out here?
Not yet.
It's fun.
That?
And
This thing?
and then sometimes it doesn't make it to the top all the way, and you go back down. Yeah, that's
God.
the dragster.
Like not
Does
on
it make it
purpose,
to the
right?
top?
Yeah, and you go back down.
That sounds like with Superman out here. That sounds pretty
Basically.
similar. You just don't do the
Knott's,
over.
Knott's Berry Farm has a ride that's similar to this, but definitely not as big.
It's
Yeah.
so weird when you look at pictures of the Midwest and there's no mountains anywhere. It's just flat. It's so weird. I'll never get used to that.
All the plain fields.
All right, we get it. It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
it-
that. I
my
would never
un-
do that.
Yeah, my uncle went on and he's like, you feel like you're being ejected into the sky.
Yeah,
when
I
you
believe
go
that.
up. Yeah.
Especially
like
going
reverse
down.
skydiving.
That would be
Yeah.
weird.
Have you seen those catapult ones where they're like you're in a ball and then it like slingshots you up and then
Yes,
like,
I
that one?
have.
Never.
I think Cedar Point has something like that. But
Those
yeah.
ones are terrifying. There's
Yeah.
like every now and then they'll have like
I'll see the fails.
the fails of it where like someone like slips underneath the seat belt and
Yeah.
like is gonna fall off.
Yeah.
Those ones are good.
Yeah.
Somebody passes out and they're just.
Yeah, the unconscious ones
Yeah.
are good.
What's your algorithm like
My
for
algorithm.
TikTok?
That's
What's your-
just
what's
kind
your
of shit
feed?
that's been in my feed right now.
Porn stars?
Is
Wow.
it porn
yeah,
stars?
just like talking. I can't figure out TikTok. They keep telling me you're gonna get stuff that you're gonna like. It's gonna figure you out, but it still hasn't. I
Sounds
think
like they
it's-
did.
It sounds like you like porn stars.
Well, I just know some people who are in the industry, and it's just
Yeah.
like support. So I'll hit the like button.
That's
You can't
Yeah.
like it. Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
like the porn star stuff. Then it'll just keep throwing your stuff in it.
Yeah,
I feel like you would like therapeutic, like not therapeutic, but like a lot of the stuff that comes up in my feed is like cleaning or like hey, this old lady has an overgrown lawn, and then
I
some
hate
guy.
cleaning.
You don't like that?
I hate cleaning. Are you kidding me? If I had the money to hire a nurse, I would.
no, but I like watching it. I like
Yeah.
watching them clean up this old lady's yard.
Oh no, I
watching
hate stuff
clean.
like that. Like I hate meditation music. It makes me
Really?
want. Yeah, it makes me want to punch a bigger hole into the wall. Like the way I chill is I love pop punk music. I love screamo. I love like that's how I
Pop
chill. Yeah,
punk? What is
MGK. Pop punk, it's like Machine Gun Kelly,
It's like
Blink
My
182.
Chemical Romance.
Green
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blink 182.
I mean,
Okay, there you
that's right up
Yeah.
my alley too.
Yes.
Exact opposite
Yeah.
taste in music as me. That's exactly the stuff I don't like to listen to.
What do you listen to?
I like old school rock. I like a lot of like Dua Lipa's my girl right now.
Okay.
Imagine a dad in the '80s. That's Alex.
Wait, so you like glam rock?
Yeah,
I love glam rock. I love
Yeah.
Motley Crue and Def Leppard.
Mitchell hates Motley Crue.
I'm just not a fan
Oh,
of
yeah. I like Motley
like
Crue.
grungy.
Yeah.
Who hates Motley
I
Crue?
just emo-y. It's not
Yeah,
like-
that was a very Midwest thing, I think.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Gets
everyone-
the angst out of
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toledo is a Bruce Springsteen song pretty much, so
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, algorithm-wise, I mean, porn stars is a rough one to.
I think you're on the wrong app. I think is what it sounds like.
Maybe.
You might be.
Yeah, no, it's just I just see the stupidest things on there, and I just want to like close it.
So wait,
know?
you have friends that are in the industry of porn that you keep liking their stuff.
Yeah, well, I did a collab with one of them for like a comedic collab, not like
okay.
but
Not a wife collab.
no, yeah, it actually did really well, but I think then it started, just throwing.
Now I'm just curious. Who are your friends? Just out of curiosity.
Did you see? I did a collab with Mona Azar. She's
Mona Azar.
Yeah, I put.
I don't think I know who she is.
You dated a Persian girl, so you like Persian girls.
I do. I've said I like. I usually Sean's more blonde hair, blue eyes.
Was it recent?
Like our mom.
Yeah, it came out in August.
Like a lot of girls.
I know.
I'm calling back to earlier. I'm more like I like
Dark hair.
dark hair. Yeah, that's more
He
my
likes
thing.
darker features.
Darker
Okay.
features. I like.
He does speak very highly of Middle Eastern women.
Ooh.
I do. I think I'll say I think Middle Eastern women have the best tits. I'll
Thank
throw that
you.
out there.
Thank you.
I will. Yeah.
Thank you.
I got
That's what you were saying earlier.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I didn't say
they.
it.
If you want the actual
I haven't been with a Middle Eastern woman. I know. Crazy.
Habibi, no, they.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they. Yeah, it just. I think they have the best. I think they are.
We have good asses too.
No, for sure. I'll say overall bodies, Middle Eastern
Thank
women.
you. Thank you.
Mainly because it's like a surprise usually because they're covered up a lot of the time. I don't think they see a lot of sun from like
No.
being protected because you usually dress more conservatively. So they don't have like the. They don't have like the constellations that a lot of like older white women have on their chest, like the freckle constellation.
Like
yeah,
a tortilla.
sunscreen. Yeah.
exactly.
So I'm guessing
Or wrinkle.
Mitch's type is in between.
or Alex.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're
Sorry.
good. I'm open to anything. As long as they're hot, attractive, fit women. That's
Yeah.
all. It's
Yeah.
my standards are pretty low at that point. It's just it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm open to it.
Yeah.
He's more the fuckboy of the group, I would say. I'm more relationship type. I'd say me and Sean are now more relationship type-ish. Sean might be in his fuckboy phase now. I don't know. He could be seeking inner peace. Who fucking knows with him?
I have peace.
There we go. Yeah. Sean's trying to be
Play
like
the meditation music.
She rolled her eyes.
Yeah, Sean's trying to be like a pseudo Rick Rubin type where he just thinks he's like, yeah, I just know how
I'm
to.
not. You guys get so worked up about such little things. It doesn't.
It's called passion.
It's just the worst.
I love it.
This is every day.
You
Just
said
dumb-
you hate that sort of meditation. I think if you talk to Sean enough
Yeah.
now, this year, it's only been this year.
Okay.
We're talking about like
5 weeks ago.
5 weeks ago, exactly. And
Okay.
that's more where it is like, I'm happy you're making these changes. I've said this before. We had a big, long talk about this.
Yeah, it was that
entire
was
hour.
an episode of the podcast. It was basically him coming out as like, I'm gonna better myself, and then the other two being like, you're gay.
That's not what we said.
I mean, you
I said I support
Basically.
I support anybody's healthy habits as long as I don't have to really hear about them.
I haven't even brought them up. You did.
I know. But it's because your healthy habits affected me today that I had to bring them up.
So are you vegan too?
No, God, no. I
No,
cannot.
it
He's
was
carnivore
he-
currently.
He tried to be like this damaged, like I'm this damaged individual, and I have to take this time to reflect on myself. And it's like, you spend 2 hours playing Mario Golf a day. You don't need to fucking reflect on it.
That's
That's
so
where it was. Where it's like
funny.
he goes, Sean in his ideal world, he has the perks of this, but no one knows about our interactions with him.
Yeah.
So then he could build up this image of himself to his lady or whoever and make him seem this big reveal. Like, I'm so busy with this stuff. I've been spending so much time reading philosophy and whatever. And it's like, your Switch has a year of hours logged into it. You're not that guy.
It's funny because you're actually building me up to be this more
No,
grandiose
that's just what you.
type of
That's
guy.
what you think.
But-
you
It's
are.
okay. You're a
Let me-
sensitive soul.
There you go.
But let me ask you this.
No, and
though.
then that rationalizes it. You can't say that, sir. You can't tell him.
Okay.
He's so tortured.
Since you started doing this, though,
Yeah.
have you improved your Mario Golf score?
Oh, I'm one of the best.
Yeah, see,
One of the best.
It works.
Sarah, what's been your biggest change that you've had to make personally?
Like physically or habit or internally? Well, Barry's boot camp changed my life. I lost 20 pounds with that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it. It's running. I used to hate running, but now I still hate it, but it makes
cathartic.
you feel. Yeah, it makes you feel good.
I feel like but you have to work out. Like if you don't, once you get in the rhythm of working out and you don't do it, you're like, oh.
Yeah, I haven't in the last 5 days just because of stuff I had going on, and it's like, I'm going crazy.
You can feel the brain fog just building in your brain.
I know.
When you don't work out.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm legitimately getting dumber.
Yeah.
From not like going on a run. Or
Yeah,
whatever it
and
is.
like you see your muscles melting in the mirror, and you're like, "Fuck, is it back to ugly, guys?" Like,
Well, yeah. Now you've been able to upgrade your
yes, yeah, and I mean, I used to just have a lot of like
high value woman.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of like. I know this sounds terrible, but like a lot of like really 400-pound men who would ask me out, and it's like, no, like,
Portly fellows,
yeah,
fatties,
body positive,
Yeah.
the opposite of Jeff.
male Lizzos.
Yes. Yes.
Call them
Male
Hizzos.
Lizzo. Male Lizzo. Yes, Hizzos. I love that. I love that. And it's just, I want it to be healthy and
Yeah.
Also, respect to them for shooting their shot, though.
yeah.
You gotta respect. Like, hey, you know what? At
Yeah.
least they're trying.
Yeah.
On that front.
Yeah, but I wish you would try in the gym too. Yeah.
Yeah, put in the effort all around.
Yeah, and it makes you feel good. Like it's done a lot for my mental health too.
Good. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple girls we've known over the years where it's like the big man. I feel anxiety all the time. Blah 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 blah. I feel this stuff, and it's like, well, have you worked out recently? And they're like, no, I don't like working out. It's like, okay, well, have you run or jogged? No, it's not for me. But I'm just gonna keep drinking these energy drinks and booze every night.
Oh
It's
my
just like,
God. Oh
yeah, you're not doing the right stuff.
yeah. I also cut alcohol out of my life a month ago.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah.
So
Thank
congratulations.
you. California sober.
California.
So
sober.
mushrooms and
I've never done mushrooms. I'm too scared, but I will try them one day, maybe. I don't know. But
Okay.
I'm
in
a
the same boat. Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably
Same.
not.
I love my edibles though.
oh, there you go.
Oh, nice.
I love weed.
Some of
but-
the guys that ask you out.
Yeah, yeah.
Fat.
But I actually I'm so boring now. I only do one kind. It's the high CBD, low THC, so they don't give you the munchies.
I know nothing
like a
about
body
weed,
high?
so
type of that.
It's like a social high, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'll like take them and go to the club.
Is that more like a sativa or a indica?
I would say it's a hybrid. Like the CBD, it leads with CBD, and then like the ones I do Happy Fruit. This is not a paid promotion, but I do Happy Fruit, the Sublime ones, which it's 20 CBD, 10 THC,
okay.
and it's very social. Like your eyes don't get red. You're not fucked up to the point
Yeah.
where you're like you can still have a conversation. You're not thinking about food.
Takes the edge off. if you
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
Okay.
I love CBD.
We've never
Yeah.
done any of it. He smoked
Yeah.
before, but yeah.
And
I've
you
done
guys-
the CBD's never done it for me when
Yeah.
I've tried it. I might have to do it combined with that. That might work.
You also might not have the enzyme to digest. I know with THC you have to have an enzyme.
I have that.
For
I
the
definitely have that one.
Okay, for edibles and stuff. But that's crazy. You guys grew up in California and you've never done that?
Alex
has never
hasn't-
done anything.
Alex
Nothing.
is completely
That's
sober.
awesome.
I've
He's
never
never smoked.
smoked,
He's never
never drank.
drank. He's never had sex. He's never done anything.
That's not true. He already said I was the fuckboy.
Yeah.
No, I lay it down. I like to get in there around it. I like to.
Like Daredevil.
Yeah. No, I've never felt the need to do it.
Yeah.
I don't think there is.
Yeah.
Mitchie, what do you think of guys that smoke cigarettes?
I don't like it. I think it's gross.
Well, I don't smoke cigarettes, but I will. Rob Puglisi would say I'm an addict. I don't think I'm in that, but I do need something.
Weed? Like
I'm not usually a weed guy. Lately,
Mitchell-
it's been like the nicotine pouches, so like Zins,
Do you mind?
things like that.
do
Okay,
you
well,
mind,
this
pull,
is
do you
not a
mind
good.
pulling that up?
Why,
Jeff,
why
Mitchell
every
must
week-
rotate through vices.
do you mind pulling this up real quick,
Yeah,
Jeff?
I got you.
Well, this is
Well, here you go.
two friends in the rain,
This is Mitchie ripping a dart the other day.
but that's a Swisher.
Do you have
All right,
money?
well, I can find one.
And that's my buddy that we've known
Okay.
since high school.
aw, that's so cute.
Longtime friend. He came out to the vet. Okay,
That was
well,
also
That's hilarious.
late.
Yeah.
He got snogged.
No, this was
I'll tell you what, the IPA is really, and you can actually see in the bottom left corner that is one of the Zin packs right there.
and your Swisher back
And
right
right
there.
switch- just all the vices really.
Well,
See,
it's-
Mitchell always, like, if he's not drinking, he has to have nicotine, or if he's not
Yeah.
doing nicotine, he has to drink. He has to always have a vice.
You
He was
should
also meditating at the bar.
You should try CBD drinks.
drinks. Yeah, I've
CBD
heard of
drinks.
those.
They're
That's the
really
one
good.
Alyssa gave you, I think.
Or is it like one that's like nootropics, or is it actually like a? Because I've had like the nootropic. There's ones that are like mocktail. Concoctions
Yeah,
they
they're
make?
like you can get them at any CBD store, and it's
Okay.
just like it's almost like it feels like you're drunk, but no hangover after.
Okay, so maybe it is.
Yeah, but you can drive on it too. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. It's just like it's more like a God,
Yeah.
what the fuck is
Might have
that?
to buy 'em.
Loosens you up.
I have no, half the words you just threw out there, I have no idea. Nootropic, CBD,
No, there's an old libation. It was
Okay.
the word they used.
The
which
U.S. education system.
They-
Please elaborate.
no, the one thing was like a nootropic libation, so it's like supposed to give you the feeling and the buzz, I guess, of like having
Yeah.
some, but like
nootropic libation sounds like a degree Jeff lies to women and says he has. I've got a nootropic libation degree.
bachelor's. It sounds like some horse shit for
That
sure.
sounds like something Jeff would
Libations.
say.
I'd be open to trying it because I'm like,
Yeah.
I've just never.
If I
I just like having something. I
Yeah,
just
if I-
like I'm.
if I
I
had
know.
something that give me the buzz, but I didn't get hungover, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Try
I'll have to
CBD
this.
drinks. Yeah.
I'll
No,
try.
I quit alcohol because it was making me depressed. Like even one drink, and I'm like, why am
See,
I doing this?
I'm like the opposite, where it makes me happy.
But what about the day after? Are you still happy?
Okay, well, this is what's
Yes,
fucked up.
because he then gets to drink more. That's how he weans
No,
off it.
well, here's what's fucked up. Is you know how like when you get in those like states where you like can really hear yourself and really like think about things. That is how I am after every hangover. So I can actually
That's the bartender telling you to wake up and get out.
no, but like a hangover for some reason has always given me like a. I've been able to reevaluate. Why?
I believe there's
Why?
a rank
Well, no, I
rank
just
chip in
wanna-
store.
Mitchell doesn't get really hungover. This was a.
This was just very drunk.
This was Mitchell playing
The
pool the other
IPAs
day.
really caught up. Okay, and I
As you
just
can
didn't.
see, he's got a nice stroke, and
He looks like
I
he's
bet.
really focused there.
he's very focused.
It looks like the pool cue is like holding him up.
Like one of those balancing
So
acts.
wobbly, dude.
Now, if you saw this guy in public, Sarah,
Yeah.
are you interested?
Well, does he make it? That's what I want to know.
Why are
I
you
mean,
taking so
yeah,
long?
I don't
why
even think I
not?
shot it.
I love how you guys are trying to act like this is the most scandalous thing he's done drunk. Like he's
Oh, no,
not.
He hasn't shot yet. It's crazy
This
how
is
long
just
this is taking.
Well, this was a
recently.
very tough shot.
My favorite's the mouth.
This is just recently. You can see.
Well, that's not good.
He didn't even shoot.
That's not good. I don't know what. Yeah, that,
Oh, what is that, dude?
so that is okay, that's a combination of having a pouch in,
Oh my God.
and then also I woke up with a bloody lip somewhere.
Oh,
I don't know if
wow.
it was. I must have.
Oh,
It's because you
Yeah.
hustled the pool
No,
table, dude.
I was told that when they took you home, you just cartoonishly face planted on the ground.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's hilarious.
Well, hey, listen,
But he doesn't have a problem.
Yeah.
Woke up with a bloody lip.
listen, my buddy, it was his birthday. He's getting married, so
Yeah.
we're celebrating.
Yeah,
I
you
have,
should
I have
celebrate.
made that stumble home too. So
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I'm not attracted to a man while he's drunk because that means his dick doesn't work.
True.
Yeah.
see, mine's the opposite. Yeah, I know.
Your dick
Really?
doesn't work when you're sober.
No, it does. No, it does. When I'm drunk is when I can go multiple rounds. But that's when I'm
Wow.
sober. I just like, yeah, fuck it. I got one. I'm
Wow.
done.
Don't you nut in like 30 seconds with a girl?
No, it's only the first time I'm with a girl. First time I hook up with a girl, I always nut quick. But it's just an adjustment thing. It's an excitement thing.
Oh, okay.
Do you
That's
find
cool.
a premature ejaculation is flattering or is it insulting?
Annoying?
Okay.
I mean, it's flattering, but it's annoying. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
let's
Well, but here's the thing.
act like you've been here before.
I know. No, I've had a lot of problems with guys getting hard.
Oh,
That's-
Interesting.
Yeah, they can't get hard.
What?
That was insulting, but then a couple of my straight guy friends were like, "Oh no, they're just excited or they're drunk or."
But
you know.
sometimes
Drunk,
you overthink
definitely, I
it.
could see
Or
that.
if you put too much pressure on it, because it's like if it doesn't immediately happen, I could see a guy going like, all right, I need to get one now.
Yeah.
Like, and then you just overthink it and you like paralyze yourself. I've done it before. It's happened once before to me.
Well, the guy who I dated who was like allegedly fucking his sister, he was a porn addict.
Oh, that'll do
Yeah.
it for sure.
He
Yeah.
was referring to me as like porn titles, like "What's up, BTGG, big titty goth girl?" I'm like, I'm not goth. What? Like,
What up, step sis?
you're such a
What up?
pog. Like,
Ugh.
I'm not white. Like,
That
what?
doesn't. That
Yikes.
sounds cartoonishly
Yeah,
unreal.
it was real.
That lasted 2 months?
No, that wasn't. No.
Different guy.
That lasted 3 months.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, you waited around for 3 months after that.
Okay, I was a virgin at the time.
Oh, that'll do. it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
very
it was a while.
worse.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you
Oh, it
poor
was so
thing.
it was so bad because I was supposed to lose my virginity to him, and I didn't.
Oh,
Good for
nice.
you.
But,
Nice. That's good. That's impressive.
Yeah. So he comes over and he couldn't get hard, and he just leaves, and I'm like, wait, well, we could just like hang out. Like, come on, this is not what
He's
this all-
probably just embarrassed.
Also, that's
Yeah.
kind of traumatizing for your first time.
Yeah,
like-
and I wasn't like making him feel bad. I'm like, it's okay, we'll just like chill, like next time. And then he goes, I chase him outside. I'm like, no, you can stay. And he's like, I just, you know how you told me sometimes guys freak out when you say you're a virgin, and like it's hitting me, and like I just want someone who knows what they're doing, and you're never gonna hear from me again. And he drives off.
Ooh, stepsis, it's my first time.
I should have done that. Well, no, I fuck
Will
him.
this get you hard?
Just pull out a picture of his sister when she was 4 or something.
Yeah. But that's not. That's definitely not your fault.
Thank
That's
you.
definitely not your fault.
Yeah.
That is,
Well, it
that
is your fault for picking that guy.
Well,
that is.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out, which is great.
No, and I ended up, my first time was with someone really great. So
There we go.
Nice.
That's all that matters.
yeah.
Do you have any rules on like either first date or just in dating? Because we were talking about this on the previous podcast where Danny's wife would not kiss on the first date and never
Restate
kissed
it?
on the first date. Do you have
Restate
any?
it? Sorry.
Say it how you want to say it.
No, you were fine. Just you leave a gap.
Oh, do you have any rules when it comes to a first date?
I don't do first date sex.
That's a great rule.
Yeah.
Great rule.
Yeah.
I object.
Yeah. I mean, no judgment. I mean, it's happened before, and then they didn't text back. And not to say that that's the reason, but it's just as a person, I just feel like I kind of want to like feel your aura, sit in it for a little bit, like even after you leave, like, okay, do I want to let that person into my energy and,
Yeah, I want
my
to.
set.
I want to
Yeah.
sit in it too.
No,
Yeah.
I want to. I usually I don't look for the aura. I look for the
Yeah.
Nuva ring. That's what. I'll kill myself.
Was that supposed to be funny?
I was trying to. I thought it sounded better in my head, and it didn't. And sometimes you
Yeah.
miss. Sometimes you miss 100%.
But yeah, everything else is fine.
See, not every single time. I know Alex does this too, where he will more than less likely 90% of the time, and I do it too, go in for the kiss pretty much every time.
Sean watches a lot of my dates. I've been trying to.
No, but
From
you
the
say
window?
this.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Alex always says
Kisses
he
are great.
shoots his shot.
Yeah, I've been trying to integrate him into normal society, and I will more than less likely if the date goes
Barring extreme social cues.
as long as it goes decent, I will try.
I will say, I actually find it weird if a guy doesn't kiss me on the first date.
Nice.
If it goes well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, even the attempt where it's like, all right, let's at least try it, and if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out.
What if that's my rule? I don't kiss on the first date. I will have sex on the first date, though.
I respect your boundaries.
Thank you.
No, but 2-month guy actually, and like I said, great guy, cooked for me, and then just hugged me. And when we were done, and he's like, "I'll see you Friday." And I actually went to the Comedy Store right after. And do you guys know Renee Lancaster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know
Yeah.
him. I don't think we've really talked to him.
Yeah,
Not
he's
too
a really
much.
nice door guy.
He's a nice guy.
And and I was telling him, I'm like, Renee, it's so weird. He didn't even kiss me, but he wants to hang out again. And he's like, well, maybe he just like wants to prove that he's not just looking to hook up
Yeah.
And then I was like, it's good to know. And then he's like, dang, let me know. I really want to know what happens now. like,
That is, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, because no guy really has ever.
as adults, you know.
If a date goes well, I'm going for a kiss.
Yeah.
Like every
yeah.
time. I had a date that went well at the end of last year. And I went in for a kiss. 'Cause I'm like, oh, I thought the kiss. And then she's like, oh, no. I'm like, all right. So I just thought, like, okay, like,
Yeah.
whatever, didn't work out.
Yeah.
And then, like, I text her afterwards. I'm like, hey, I just wanted to make sure I didn't read the vibe right. And she's like, no, I just didn't. I'm like, all right.
Didn't what?
She just like, she's like, no, I probably should have kissed you. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, your gut instinct said to pull away.
Yeah.
Can't blame her.
I was definitely I was very shy with the physical stuff, many years, like when I first moved out here, because as a Middle Eastern woman, also, you kind of grow up with this, like I was waiting for marriage at some point, and, you kind of grow up with this idea of shame around it, and you don't want to do it with too many guys and X, Y, Z, but I mean, that took a really long time to unlearn.
Your parents went to Hustlers University. Keep a low body count. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, my mom definitely, yeah.
Say, we were raised Catholic. Catholic, so not so much
Yeah.
the shame about it, but
Yeah.
there is definitely a
Our
guilt.
parents,
Yeah.
our parents never really talked about sex with us. I think my dad tried one time. I'm just like, no. Just, I got it.
We pretty much just were like, we're 4 teenage adults with the internet. We got it. We know how it works. We got it.
Did you guys grow up with an abstinence-only education?
No, but I've heard about that.
So in Ohio, and I went to public school, so this is technically not allowed, but I was taught abstinence only. Yeah, my health teacher was this old man who was a huge perv, but also quote unquote religious. And you know, he was
Shoe fits.
yeah, he was like, you know, always like, if you have sex before marriage, you're going to die, you're going to get sick.
Yeah.
I think I raised my hand once and asked, what about condoms? And he's like, well, condoms don't really work. And he was like, it was to the point where it was like, you know, imagine creating a baby on your wedding night. And it's like, that sounds terrible, dude. And he would show us videos of like people who died of AIDS in the 80s, and he'd show us
Oh, the scare tactics.
yeah, who was it? Not Pam Geller, but there's this actually kind of a well-known speaker, this woman, I don't know, Beth something, she's like anti-birth control, and like these TED Talks, and she'd be like, you know, if your mom puts you on birth control, she hates you. And our teacher, he would call like girls like, yeah, you ever seen your classmates wearing short skirts? Hi ho. Like,
Really?
yeah. But he was also a huge perv. Like he would be playing footsie with some of the female students. We were 14, and like he would see us in the hallways. He would high five us. So high five me. Well, that other way. And then he would just grab our hands and like not let go.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, old men. There's a lot of old pervy men.
Yeah.
Especially back in the day, it was what it was.
You see them at restaurants where they'll just like not berate the waitresses, but like, hey, hot's like just nonstop. It's just like, leave them alone.
Yeah.
They don't want. They're only talking to you because they have to.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Dude, one of the restaurants I went to, it was like this crazy old guy, and he like was trying to talk to one of the waitresses, and like she was like clearly trying to get away. And he's like, "Ugh, I miss the good old days. We just see a waitress and smack her on the ass." I'm like, Jesus Christ! Can we clip that?
Wow.
Yeah.
With no context,
No
just
context.
him saying that.
Yeah. You said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My ex was a
for real.
a sex and relationship coach. But
Great pickup
Lucky
line, by the way.
you.
Great. I know.
Is that the one that sent the?
Yes.
Oh my
yeah.
God! that was
What? I gotta
horrible.
hear.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
did not help his relationship though. It's
No,
clearly
it's been great. That's actually one of my best first date conversations is that I tell people that my ex was a sex coach.
Yeah.
Because then the girl's immediately
Yeah.
intrigued. But a lot of that, she now whatever helps teach like sex ed and stuff like that. And I didn't even know abstinence only was a thing because out here it was very much like they talked about what.
It's like just say no, but for sex.
They're saying the only way to prevent sex is through. Or the only way to prevent having a baby is through abstinence.
Yeah.
There's no like they don't teach contraceptives. They don't teach anything like that.
100%. The only
there's a-
100% guaranteed one.
And that's so she was telling me I didn't even know about that until she told me. So hearing that somebody actually went to a school like that is still like
Yeah.
kind of wild, especially now in this day and age.
And again, public school. They were
Yes.
not allowed to do that.
In Ohio,
Yeah.
nonetheless, like
Yeah.
that's not.
Well, it sounds like that guy did a lot of things he was not allowed or
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
What do you
Oh,
mean
yeah.
they're not allowed to do that? They're not allowed to teach like sex stuff?
I don't think you're allowed to teach abstinence only if it's not a private school. If it's public,
okay.
you're required. But this was also
I
under.
think that's now though. Now they've changed the laws. to that.
She's saying now you have to teach of like other contraceptives.
I thought, but
There's still some states that don't.
It might just be Ohio. It might be the Midwest. I wouldn't be surprised if the Midwest was still
yeah,
about
I
it.
thought it wasn't legal then either. But I don't know. But I mean, it was Ohio. Again, my high school censored the Diary of Anne Frank, the part where she got her period, because it would upset people. And it's like, but the genocide was fine. Like,
I don't know much about periods.
Yeah.
So
Jesus Christ.
I'm kidding. Yeah, it's
Because they censored the book that you read.
yeah. If I would have learned, I could have learned about it from Anne Frank, and they censored it. It's very annoying.
They didn't
the
censor
play.
the Huckleberry Finn book though.
Yeah, no,
They
they
kept that.
They insisted we read that aloud in CBL.
Not only that,
Yeah, say it, Alex.
the Romeo and Juliet we saw in was it
Freshman year. Yeah, freshman year.
Miss Davis class.
They showed this girl with Juliet has giant cans. Yeah,
I
they're
saw
showing
that
full
one. I
tit.
saw that one too.
Yeah.
They were beautiful tits too.
Wait,
Just
what is this?
Supreme.
Romeo and Juliet. It's like from the 60s.
Nah.
Or like 70s.
It's the 70s.
It's like the 70s. But Juliet, like it's a scene where Romeo's leaving the bed with her, and Juliet's rocking fucking giant tits.
Cannons.
Hell yeah.
And they're showing
And
them.
they show full topless for her.
Full topless.
Her name's Olivia Hussey because I remember it was scarred into my brain because it's when we first had the internet, I think. And there's a lot of seed spread on that one.
Yeah.
Did I get the name right?
No, you got it right immediately.
That's amazing.
We were little perverts back then.
But it's like, absence, no, but like, let me show you these giant cans as a teenager or a guy going through puberty.
But they did. We also did have that sort of the scare tactic one, like the scare tactic. I did. I guess. I feel like we had it in 9th grade.
8th grade. 1968.
Okay.
There you go.
In school, you had the scare tactic?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
like showing us
Mr.
photos.
Our school did that too.
I think,
West Virginia.
I think you guys had a different. I had Mr. McGrath as mine. But yeah, it
Cool.
was.
We had an old dude with a weird mustache, and it looked like the only time he got laid was with his wife, which is fine.
He was a nice guy.
I will say this too, as far as your rules go. Yeah, no sex without a condom unless we're actually in an exclusive relationship.
Yeah,
because,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely
So,
the way to go, especially out in LA. It's
Yeah.
wild. People,
Yeah.
I mean, just hearing about like we have a bunch of gay friends and like they can fuck anytime they want.
Yeah,
It's just
with
like,
prep.
Prep, what they go fucking want. Like they can.
They
don't
have
have
a
to worry
pill
about
now.
pregnancy.
Prep, if you don't
Yeah.
know, PrEP is a pill they can take to prevent AIDS. But you take it, and if you come in contact with someone with AIDS, you will not contract the AIDS.
It's the aid to the AIDS.
Which,
Yeah.
funny enough, we actually got what
You signed some.
gives a shit.
gives a
All
fuck?
right.
We got sent in for an audition for a PrEP commercial, or not PrEP commercial. For a commercial that would help prevent AIDS.
Okay.
For medicine that would help prevent AIDS. And they wanted.
I wish you guys got that.
I know.
It was the most.
They wanted twins, and one of them had contracted AIDS without PrEP. But they wanted it to seem like, hey, life is still fun even though you have AIDS. And
So they sent us into this audition.
Yeah.
And we walk in there, and it was RuPaul's Drag Race when we walk in there. We did not fit in at all. There immediately 4 guys on rollerblades going around, hula hoops. It was the most. We looked in and we're like.
They're like, "Where's your fucking rollerblades?"
The casting director, he's like, "All right, you 3," and he just looked at us, and we looked at him. We're like, "We both know we're not getting this. Let's just do it."
It's more of like sometimes you just get like they'll be like, you've done the casting frontier and all that. It's like literally they just have like a blanket sheet of like, hey, we're looking for a white, like a little every race or whatever, and just like we're looking for twins, and then they just throw you in there because you're twins, and they just don't even look. They don't filter.
Choose 2 out of the 3 of you?
No,
we
we all
all
went
three
together.
went in.
Okay.
Because we're like, hey, you can just choose from,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's usually how we do it.
It was so
But
cartoonishly
somewhere
wrong.
out there is a take, because it was supposed to be like, okay, you're just supposed to dance, and then like at the end of it, you hold up a sign that like the prep will be above you, so you're like pushing up the P.
You're supposed to like sway your hips, and then you push up.
Someone has a tape of us.
Yeah.
And Alex and Mitchell are terrible dancers. Terrible. They are awful dancers.
That's
See them
so
trying like
funny.
But there's a tape out there of us dancing for like 30 straight seconds, and then like
hopefully it's incinerated.
your life is great.
It was one of the most cartoonishly bad auditions anybody's ever done.
That's so funny.
I was trying to see if there's
Also, I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it was like this for you. I think it was, but like, how come every teacher that teaches sex ed is a guy that should not be teaching anybody about sex?
Exactly.
Literally the last person to teach about sex. Like this guy fucks? Really? No, absolutely not. Disgusting.
He might have. I mean, they also like they don't have a high turnover rate on sex ed. Like it seems like, hey, the one teacher that's been there for 40 years
Yeah.
is still there and he's still teaching it, despite like all the changes in the generation. Like boomer sex ed is way different than Gen Z sex ed.
Yeah.
Like I feel like boomer sex ed would be like, all right, women, you can only have an orgasm if you're in the kitchen making food for your husband.
Yeah.
Like, and then now it's like, listen, sex
If you're
has
ever with 3 men at the same time.
Listen, don't kink shame me, you know?
Have you guys ever had a gangbang? No, I'm just kidding.
No, that is one of the top questions we get though.
Someone did just ask us today if we were going to start an OnlyFans.
That's true. We get that a
Randomly
lot.
just messaged us and said OnlyFans, and we're like, no.
We have a
sorry.
small but mighty homosexual audience that is waiting for the day that we do get desperate enough to start OnlyFans.
That is amazing. I mean, now that, you guys definitely look different enough.
Yeah, literally the 2 messages they sent prior are take it off and please any OnlyFans plans.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I was going to ask if you guys ever pranked each other's girlfriends, but like you definitely look different enough to.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like our personalities are different enough when you get to know us, and then it's also just weird. You know, like
Yeah, it's not really a prank. It's more of a,
deception.
the health. That would be like the behavior of your health teacher. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, you did that. It's like
Creepy.
Yeah.
They also can't fill it up like I do. You
Yeah,
know?
that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Sounds
nowadays, I mean, I would not want to be a sex ed teacher nowadays. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
They already know it.
They know it, but it's just,
Bro, the chances of one of those seniors not having a fucking butt plug in or something, these kids are crazy.
I
now.
know, but like,
Are
it's
you,
just
are
kinda-
you talking about underage kids with butt plugs in?
I didn't. I said seniors.
clip it.
Yeah, Jesus. Sean's been all over this. I apologize. You're sitting next to a predator right now. It's
It's okay. I did another sketch actually with a pretty kind of big like Persian influencer. He does like this Persian dad character. And
I think I've seen that guy.
Payam?
I don't know his name.
Yeah.
I actually might know. I think when I dated I think they showed me him.
Yeah, he's great. But we did a sketch, and then I had all these sex toys that I'd bought that I hadn't opened because men in LA suck. And that's okay. Thank you. And I had all of them on the table, and my roommate comes home, and he's like, "What?"
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just anyway. Go
Well,
ahead.
and you
Why
can't
do they-
return them.
Why do they suck?
Yeah,
I don't think you can
What do
return
they
them.
suck?
because they
Couldn't use them.
Oh,
they-
like they're too insecure to like.
They just like, and I'm not gonna like I said, no sex on the first
Yeah.
date, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, they're just like not.
It's almost like an advent calendar.
Yeah.
After every date, you get to open up a new present with you.
Yeah. Like,
Do you think men are intimidated by the sex toys?
they haven't even reached the point where they see them?
That's a good point.
Like,
Oh, you're saying the men are so trashy?
What kind of stuff are we dealing with here that's so
It's probably the
ridiculous?
classic
Yeah,
stuff.
butt plugs, anal beads, not a big
Okay.
deal, you know.
Well,
Vibes.
Hey.
Collars, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I got some straps in my room.
Bolts.
Like a strap on?
No,
Yes.
no, not like a strap.
Like
here's
those
what we call-
aerialist straps.
He starts up at the ceiling and then spider webs his way down.
Repels from the ceiling.
I Cirque du Soleil my way into their.
That's amazing.
He likes to do the lawnmower with anal beads.
Oh God. Yeah, that's my favorite
Start
thing
me
to do.
up.
Yeah,
No Chipotle before?
yeah.
Yeah. go ahead.
No,
Yeah,
no, they're like the little ones that go on your wrist. You like strap to the.
You make
Oh,
it
wow,
sound
that's
like
cool.
it's this big like chain. They're just.
Well,
he bought
yeah,
it on
I-
Temu
you guys
or
don't have
whatever.
We're
to
also
cheap
like
ass.
we're also not
Extra
to say
lead.
Yeah.
not to say vanilla
Yeah.
like, but none of us. Also, I feel like the girl should have like the guy. Why would the guy have toys at their place? Like, hey, the last girl used this. I wiped it off. Here
Do
you
you
go.
think? Do you think it's a red? Would you use if a guy's like, "Hey, I've got this toy"? Do you think that's kind of a red flag? Because then I feel like you would be like, "Well, who else has used this toy?"
Yeah, I would be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't dated a guy who's had sex toys, I don't think.
It would be
Yeah.
weird to use a hand-me-down sex toy from
Yeah.
a previous.
Even like having
relationship.
like a cock ring, it's like okay, well then that's
Yeah.
kind of been in contact with.
Yeah, if a girl had
Yeah.
a cock ring, she's like, "Oh, you can use it if you want." It's like, "Oh, well, nah."
like a
Good.
belt. Let me just notch the belt on a couple more.
Yeah, there you go. I don't think I would use anybody's like you unless like if it's your vibrator, whatever you could use on you. That's fine.
Girl should have the toys. The guy should.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, guys are less picky. I don't want to say less picky about it, but they're more like, "All right, cool, let's do it."
Yeah.
And they're mainly for girls.
Yeah,
There's not
exactly.
a lot of for guys like,
Yeah.
cool, what are you going to, nipple clamps for a dude or something? It's like, you could do it, but it's like, all right, it's
Yeah,
not as
I've-
invasive.
I've never pegged a guy. I don't know if I would
You
ever.
seem like you would like it.
You seem like you would
I'm
like
down
it.
to try anything once.
I'm saying you just seem like because you got that like I don't say that I don't say the evil side of you, but you got the bad side. Where it's like
oh, I'm sweet on the outside. And
Naughty.
like your
can't.
roast battle, you just like shred people. It's like, okay, yeah. You,
I don't. I think she's too happy-go-lucky. I feel like she'd
That's
be
the
like,
ones
You're
that-
doing wonderful. Oh my
those are
gosh!
the one-
Wow! Like I feel
those
like
are the
you're-
ones you got to look out for. Those are always all the corporate dudes that are like,
Yeah.
oh, yes, very professional. They're always the ones that love to get paid because
Oh, yeah.
it's a
It's a juxtaposition.
exactly
Yeah.
yeah. So like she's always happy, but and it's like get fucked. That's
You know,
I could see that.
we only live once. We should try most things.
Well,
Yeah,
she does
I'm
have
open-
a Santa's workshop full of unopened toys. So that
Yeah.
Do you still have them?
Yes.
Oh well. I mean,
still
yeah.
unopened.
Yeah. Some of them. Yeah.
I mean, why not? I mean,
Yeah.
try them out eventually.
Yeah, well, I did open them for the sketch because they couldn't be in the box.
Got
for the
it.
sketch.
But
Some
you
of
can't.
them.
But you can't return them.
No, I wasn't. I mean, I don't think you could return them regardless.
No, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. You literally can't return.
Yeah.
them.
No. Yeah.
One-time buys.
Yeah.
I don't know what the return. What if you bought it? It's still in the box, clearly unopened. Do you think you can return
I
it?
think it's all final.
You got to
sales.
fill out that Amazon thing. And they're like, "What's wrong with it? Did not fit."
So funny.
Yeah, I don't think that
so
would work.
good. Yeah.
That's so dumb, Jeff.
Yeah.
Have you noticed because I know online if you talk about like girls and guys dating, it seems like they're always clashing each other. Have you noticed like a difference in dating like online versus like guys that actually talk to you in person?
They're not as fat, is what she said.
Yeah. I haven't been on the apps in about 6 months.
See,
and-
okay, I am very much on that train. I think
Yeah.
that's the way to do it.
Let her
Yeah.
finish her statement.
Here's the thing. It's actually pretty hard for me to find a guy that I vibe with organically, or at least was. It's getting better with the transformation.
Yeah,
But,
sure.
but
glow up.
I guess the last guy I was talking to, it doesn't really count because we met on Instagram. Like we had mutuals in real life, but he doesn't live here, and it was just on Instagram.
Comedian?
Don't.
What are you putting on blast? Jesus.
This guy just
no.
immediately. This
I'm
guy's
sorry. This is a podcast where you ask questions. I'm
the
asking
biggest
questions.
narc in the world.
I
over
didn't
here.
know.
Also, respect the boundaries of it.
Love you.
What's his name? What's his at?
Oh my
Jesus.
god! Imagine if I just said.
Well, I don't know.
This dude, Sean's, got saying some weird stuff. He's gonna be on Megan's list later, and this guy's
I'm asking a question.
you're a narc, bro.
No comedians have ever fucked each other? Is that such a off fucking question?
She's on a podcast.
Okay.
Let her be.
But yeah, I would say most of the guys I've dated have been from the apps. Just because, have you guys been on OkCupid?
No, I always thought that
didn't
was.
know that was a.
Yeah,
I
everyone.
did try. I tried it once.
Everyone thinks it's like a paid one and it's like old. It's actually not. It's a free one.
They
Again,
all are now.
kinda nice.
Shit.
yeah. Oh, I thought you were gonna say something. Yeah, not paid
Sorry.
or anything. But what I do like about it is you can answer a lot of questions and then it matches you based on your percentage.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that's
you,
not bad.
Yeah, and you can answer as many questions as you want. Or as little. I mean, obviously, I'm very thorough. I like to know, and they ask you everything, like your political views. What do you think about gun control? Would you use a butt plug? Like,
Oh,
yeah.
That's a very
So-
full
Yeah.
spectrum.
Oh yeah.
Those
That is-
questions
that
are
is-
back to
yeah.
back too.
That is how I control my gun.
I mean, and it seemed like it worked because I dated like 3 guys in a row that we all had over 90% of a match.
Oh.
But I just don't have the energy anymore for like the texting and
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot.
yeah.
And the swiping. It's just like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm
Yeah.
done with
You're a
it.
caller.
Yeah.
Hinge?
Oh my God, I was a virgin and I owned that collar because it was like a 90s thing, right?
Oh
Where-
no, he meant like,
Like
phone
instead of
caller.
texting,
Oh,
you
I
call.
thought you meant the collar. Oh my God.
That's good to know, though. I guess
Well,
you don't
on
do
that note-
FaceTime.
Yeah,
I don't think it. Well, that's the way to do it. I would rather FaceTime than text.
that's why I
Yeah.
don't mind. I like.
For sure.
I only think I only use Hinge because like you put your 6 likes out there and then just don't even look at it.
Oh yeah,
after
you're
that.
not allowed to.
I'm just done with it
Unless you pay for it.
afterwards.
Yeah.
And even that, I'm pretty much done with it.
Yeah. This is LA. Why isn't anyone hot? Like,
I feel like there's just so many options. It just makes
Yeah.
it so hard.
totally.
Like anybody can just be like, "Oh, I'm not feeling it." Next person, just go. Okay, that's
Yeah.
Been big on the in-person cold approach rejection therapy train.
Well, that and the online apps, you can separate by height, so we might not even get a fair shake.
That
just
is
'cause
very
we're
true.
Short.
We are discriminated against on dating apps. We are too short. Yeah, Jeff.
What?
And then-
Yeah.
yeah, you can choose.
Girls
by
can
height,
filter
like a
by
minimum
height.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I feel like when you guys look like you, height doesn't really matter.
Oh, you'd be
Well, it's
shocked.
very
I
sweet,
appreciate
but-
it.
No,
Thank
I
you.
mean
It's
it.
very sweet.
I
but-
appreciate
Of
it.
course. How tall are you guys?
5'4".
Who's
Ugh,
watching?
I'm sorry.
5'5". Sean is 5'4".
Yeah.
I'm 5'7".
You're not
on
5'7".
Hinge.
Not a close.
On Hinge, I'm 5'7".
We're 5'5".
Okay. I'm 5'0", so I can't really give a shit
You're in
about
the
height.
5 though. That's
Yeah.
good. You're above the. You got it.
Legal midgetness.
Yes.
Yeah. Can we say that word?
I did get
Not on
banned
TikTok.
from TikTok Live the other
okay.
day for saying that.
Okay.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
And they said it was hate speech.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it was pretty ridiculous.
But see, the other thing that's annoying is there's people like Jeff who is 6'7", and he will only date girls that are like 5'4" and below.
yeah,
He's
Yeah.
like a. He's like a.
He wants to
I've
pick them up
dated-
and throw them around.
He's like a
I've
knickknack.
dated taller girls.
He like collects
But-
knickknacks pretty much.
Yeah,
That's
they're
hilarious.
typically on the smaller
When they
side.
get into a fight, he picks them up and puts them on the refrigerator.
He
top.
could do that with
Yep.
a taller girl. He could get stronger bones.
Yeah.
Sarah, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Oh,
It was
that was
like
an hour
super
that
fast. That was
Yeah,
super fast.
so fun. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Please plug socials,
Of course.
anything you want.
Yeah.
That camera.
My Instagram is at Sarah Fatemi Official. My TikTok is at Sarah Fatemi. My Twitter is at SARAKIJOON because I'm an idiot and I did it wrong when I registered.
Nice.
But yeah, you can find me everywhere.
Hell yeah.
Any shows coming up? This will be out in 2
2
weeks.
The
So the
21st.
Yes.
I know it's a lot on the spot.
You
Yes.
can look.
You can
if
take
you
a
look.
look.
I actually have an important one.
Yeah, you can look, and then we'll
Jeffy.
have our
After the
bun-
21st,
our
you said?
pile of
This will be
bonus.
on the 21st. Wednesday
On
the
the
21st. This will be out.
Go ahead, Twiggy.
Check out my dates. This week, I will be in Louisville, Kentucky at the Louisville Comedy Club.
Great club.
Hell yeah. And for any other dates, check me out on my social media. There's a link in my bio on Jeff Zinasek on Instagram.
Jeff Zinasek, the owner of Big Z and runner and podcast producer
Zen.
and everything. Big Zen Studios, which we appreciate you having here.
We'll be in Thousand Oaks on the 23rd, February 23rd. We'll be at a Eureka Brewery. We will be in Transplant Brewery in Palmdale on the 29th. Come check us out there. Minneapolis. We'll be out there in the 8th and the 9th. Doing
Arizona.
some shows, as well as
Get some shit
Arizona in April.
March 1st, 8 p.m. at Petty Cash Studios. This is a comedy taping, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
let's go.
$10. So link.
That's too much.
That's a lot.
Is that in LA?
Yes.
Okay.
Sunset,
Petty
it's
Cash.
on.
What is it? Petty Cash Studios?
Yeah.
Very cool. That's
Thank
exciting.
you. Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's got
Are you doing,
tapings.
how long are you doing?
10 minutes.
Okay.
Nice. Perfect.
I kind of like
you.
those easy, get them done, super quick tapes. And
Yeah.
then
I mean, it's not just mine. It's, I've
yeah,
got,
you do like a lineup of 10.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
OF is doing that too right now. But
I got rejected. Oh, well, I don't.
I'll tell you. Please follow Jeff and Sarah Fatemi, Jeff Zenizek on everything. Obviously, Virzi Triplets on everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Later.
Thank you.
Of course.
You guys
Thanks
are the
for having us.
best.
I can't believe they rejected